What's up, everybody? Reel Rendezvous, back at it with some Reel RendezNEWS. What's going on, Brett?
Hi.
The signature high.
We're back in the hot seat, baby. No time for introductions, Hunter. We got too much shit to talk about.
Just straight in the kitchen.
Marvel just slapped our asses with some fucking too much shit.
Slapped our asses with too much shit. I'll tell you what, last time I slapped my ass with too much shit, I stayed in the bathroom for about 4 days straight. But thanks, Marvel.
Well, hey man, Comic-Con, and dude, we're gonna get even more like a few weeks from now too, because D23 is coming up.
When is D23?
August 23rd, maybe August, sometime late August. I'm 90% sure.
That's awesome.
Because Charlie Cox said he's gonna be there for Daredevil promotion, so we might be getting a trailer of some sort.
Jumping right into it, I just saw that season 2 already began pre-production or something like that.
For Born Again?
For Born Again.
Oh,
yes.
man.
Whenever I was perusing the Twitter earlier on our favorite website there, I'm blanking on what it is. Our favorite Twitter movie, film.
Discussing film.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shout out Discussing Film.
Shout out Discussing Film.
You guys rule. You guy. Isn't it like one
I'm
dude?
pretty sure it's like one day. I think he has maybe a couple people that help him out with like the articles and stuff, but I'm 90% sure it's just some guy.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I saw them post something. I'm pretty sure that's what it said. But yeah, so as Brett alluded to there, we do have a lot of shit to talk about because
You want to get crazy with it right off the bat, or you want to lead into that?
Well, I was just going to say Comic-Con was this past weekend, San Diego Comic-Con. So there was some cool shit that got announced that we got to talk about. But what were you wanting to say? Getting crazy?
Oh, I was saying, do you want to get crazy? You want to get nuts?
I want to get nuts.
All right, let's get fucking nuts.
Come on,
guys. We're gonna open with our hottest ticket here, our biggest headline. Guys, Robert Downey Jr. is Dr. Doom.
Yes.
I guess.
I didn't actually know that's the way you were going with that, just because you did you want to get nuts. Like, then I was like, wait, does he want to talk about Beetlejuice first?
Oh, shit. No, I didn't even think about that.
But yes, RDJ. The old reliable, I guess.
Yeah.
For the MCU. It's like MCUs are used car salesmen. They slap that baby and it's like, this thing will get you this many miles.
Yeah.
Of this RDJ classic.
Yeah.
Right
so for anyone that may have missed it, which is probably none of you, we all run in the same circles. I guarantee you guys, you've heard about this. But at Comic-Con, so this is lumped into a few announcements. One, Avengers Secret Wars is still happening. Which we already knew about, so I don't know why. It got a new logo. They made it orange now. Everyone clap. But obviously the big piece of news, I don't think we ever talked about this on the show, just because I don't think it ever came up. But so for those of you who are aware, the MCU, after Thanos, was a little bit of a lost puppy for a while.
I think everybody that listens to this podcast knows that.
But then we thought they were going to find their footing with Kang, right? Their whole big plan was that our next big bad was going to be Kang the Conqueror. They introduced him in Loki as the one who remains, but then we got to see Kang in his full luster. We got to see a Kang in his full luster in Ant-Man the Wasp: Quantumania. And that was their big ticket, right? That was their whole big plan. Well, then unfortunately, Jonathan Majors turned out to be a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And so we had to get rid of him.
Yeah.
And everyone's logical next step, everyone with a frontal lobe said, "Oh, well, this is the easiest layup of cinema history." All right, Kang, whole thing, multiversal variants. Just cast someone else.
Yeah.
Just get a new guy and be like, "Oh, well, this is the real Kang all along. Why does he look different? He's a variant, right?
Yeah.
Easy." Slam dunk. Well, I guess no one else thought that. In the people who make the actual decisions, I guess none of them thought of that. Because instead, we're switching gears hardcore.
Finding a new big bad.
We are finding a new big bad. Our next Thanos is going... Could you imagine if Thanos was introduced in Infinity War and that was like the first time we ever saw him?
Yeah, that would be...
Well, that's what's happening now with Doctor Doom, because they've scrapped Kang Dynasty, and we are being given Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah.
And with the announcement of Avengers Doomsday, of course, they had to announce who will be portraying Doctor Doom. And we were all super excited to see what's being brought to the table with this brand new character. And it's Robert Downey Jr. it's just Robert Downey Jr. again.
Yeah. The video is funny, too, because the place loses its mind.
I know.
Whenever he takes the mask off. I think they maybe were losing their minds because they thought it was going to be him announcing something else maybe or something.
Maybe.
I didn't. They're like, oh wait, no, he actually.
It's no, that's him. Well, so honestly, in the video, you can people are losing their mind, but he pans the camera around, and some of the people in the audience are like, fucking, huh?
For real?
Actually, they're huh?
Yeah. So like Brett said, Robert Downey Jr. He's a great actor. He was the spearhead for the MCU at its peak, in all reality. And it just sucks. It's pure, what's the word we used to describe earlier?
Desperation.
Yes, desperate. I was going to say laziness, and I don't know if that was quite the word, which it's not. It is desperation. It is a desperation tactic. They don't know who else can save them, so they're just going back to the well. Mm-hmm. As we said when we talked about this earlier today, he'll do great, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's
a great actor.
Yeah, the thing is, because no one I've seen is happy about this.
Oh, really?
No. The general, at least in the circles I run in on Twitter, and the people whose opinions I put at the forefront of my feed. In
all honesty, I haven't seen very many happy opinions about it either.
Yeah.
Yes, one of my friends texted me and said he was excited, and I was like, I don't know, buddy.
And you know what? And that's exactly that. No shade to your friend, right? Mm-hmm. I'm sure he's a great guy.
Yeah.
But that's where the divide is happening right now. This is a general audience's move right here.
Totally.
And it's working. It is working on the general audience.
Right.
So on that front, I'm not sure. But from the people whose opinions I see go through my feed, no one's vibing with this. Me included, in case no one could tell. I'm not thrilled. and like Hunter was saying, that's nothing against Robert Downey Jr. The man just took home an Oscar for Oppenheimer. We know he's a great actor. There's no doubt in my mind that he'll give a good performance that is cool and we'll probably like it, when this movie comes out and we're 90 years old watching it.
Are we going to get this before GTA 6?
We definitely won't get it before Blade, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But we'll be there and we'll clap and we'll watch and it'll be cool. But make no mistake, it's fully transparent. We see through the decision like no other.
It's just really frustrating because, as we said before, it was like when Marvel was at its peak, the first phase, the second phase of Avengers and everything. Whoever got cast as whatever just rocked.
Yeah.
And, it wasn't like they were casting a bunch of unknowns. They were casting some known actors. But when Chris Evans got cast as Captain America, for example, he wasn't an A-lister.
Tom Hiddleston and Chris Hemsworth weren't really anybody to us.
Exactly.
Before they were Thor and Loki.
Yeah, you're 100% right.
Dude, Aman Vellani didn't exist before they cast her as Ms. Marvel. Mm-hmm. At least in the limelight. I mean, I'm sure she had other stuff that she had done, but Ms. Marvel was her first. 19 years old. Ms. Marvel is her first really professional anything, as far as we're aware.
Even Robert Downey Jr. was at a pretty low point in
Yes.
his career when he was cast as Tony Stark. And I just wonder where that same creative team, that same group from the MCU is that just you always had the confidence in. They had the confidence in what their decisions were. Mm-hmm. It's not there. It hasn't been there for a long time.
Yeah. And a few of and I don't know. It's just so weird. So the big question, and people who are trying to defend it, they're like, oh well, Tony Stark's been Doctor Doom in the comics before. Well, twice, and this is coming from people who do know more than me about it, because I didn't read these comics, and that's the point. No one read these comics, right? You Googled Iron Man, Doctor Doom, and you found like 3 instances in comic history where that was something that happened,
right?
And and then if you read those stories, it's really not like that, right? Like there was a time where Tony Stark wore an Iron Man suit that vaguely resembled Doctor Doom's armor, right? That was like the motif. And also, and again, they could just be lying, because Marvel likes to lie a lot or change things throughout production. But when they made this announcement, I don't remember which of the Russos, because that was another part of the news. The Russo brothers are coming back to direct.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is fine. They're good at their jobs. Infinity War and Endgame are great movies. So
they even the Russo brothers, though, they haven't had a hit for a while, man.
Yeah.
The Gray Man sucked.
And also, it's like, oh man, we can't find anyone new. Please. Like it's all just
Right.
desperation. They're Marvel is nervous, and they are sort of floundering a little bit with this decision that's being made. But one of the Russo brothers, during the announcement when they revealed Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom, made it very clear to say verbally that this is Victor Von Doom. Robert Downey Jr. is not Tony Stark as Dr. Doom.
Yes.
They said, they didn't even use the word variant. They just said that Robert Downey Jr. was the only person they could imagine playing Victor Von Doom.
I don't know about that.
So it's just like...
I'm sure if you gave me 5 minutes, I could come up with a few people.
Dude, I posted the other day, I think Dev Patel would be fantastic.
Really?
Yes. I would love Dev Patel to have that role.
The Monkey Man.
Yes.
Really?
And that's another thing about it, too. And this is something that I didn't know until reading about it on Twitter. But because Dr. Doom's not a character I know a whole ton about before this having happened. But I've been doing my research. I've been putting in the hours. And another thing that a lot of people are very upset about with this casting is that a huge part of Dr. Doom's like backstory and heritage is that he's Romanian.
Mm-hmm.
And that is something that's not been represented in live action yet, right? And then of course, and everyone's big argument is like, oh well, you name me 7 high ticket Romani actors, and it's like, we can't. And that's the problem.
Yeah.
Right? But like you were just saying, Marvel's whole thing for so long was finding new people.
Yeah.
And giving them careers.
Yeah.
Right? And like...
finding those diamonds in the rough.
Yeah. So it definitely would have been possible. So it's just like every aspect of the decision just is rubbing people the wrong way.
Yeah. My closing statement on it is basically what you said at the beginning. We'll be there, we'll watch it, and we'll probably have a good time and probably say, wow, man, Robert Downey Jr. actually was pretty fucking good. But in the back of our minds, at least me and you, I know we'll be like, they could have done better.
They could have done better. And
they should have tried.
And it's definitely, and I'm hoping in my heart of hearts that it's a publicity thing. I'm hoping that it's like a fake out thing, or he is.
That would be crazy.
Or he is like a variant from another universe, and like Robert Downey Jr. comes out and he's like, it's me, Dr. Doom, and then like our real Dr. Doom shows up and like beats the fuck out of him, and he's like, no, I am Doom, and then like that'd be pretty cool. They're not gonna do that.
They won't do that.
They're not gonna do that, but
that would be cool though.
I can hope and I can dream. Also, I will say, and another big thing, I don't mean to keep harping on it, but I just keep thinking of more reasons it's fucking stupid. But another thing, right? Because again, the whole general audience thing, yeah, they're eating it up. But my dad, biggest Iron Man fan in the world, biggest RDJ fan in the world, is pissed.
Oh, is he?
Oh, he's livid.
He doesn't like it.
He thinks it is the worst thing to ever happen to cinema. Because that is Iron Man, right? You cannot disconnect him from that. And I will say, and if the route they wanted to take, right? Because for a smarter and more planned out group of people, this could be huge, right? The idea of the man who started this universe and the man who, for a lot of people, ended it, right? A lot of people checked out after Endgame.
After Endgame, yeah.
So Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man is literally the be-all, end-all of the MCU. He started it from the ground up, and he was there and he saw it through to what many people consider should have been the end.
Yeah.
That face coming back, and now he's the one that wants to put an end to this universe. That's cinema, right?
Yeah.
That could be done super well, and that could be a really cool angle to take with it.
Would Martin Scorsese think it was cinema?
Martin Scorsese might finally come around if they did that.
Cinema.
But I just don't believe that they have that in their hearts or in their minds. I don't believe that's not what this is for. There is not a doubt in my mind that is not at all what this is for. This is because they don't trust their movies to make money anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just feels icky. It's just that's my closing statement on it. It just feels icky.
Icky it is.
Icky it is. Like I said, no shade on Robert Downey Jr. That man's just taking a paycheck, doing a job. All right, this is not his fault.
When does that movie come out? 2026? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's not a real year.
It will be eventually.
But so 2026, Avengers Doomsday with Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom, I guess.
So the Doctor Doom news comes in light of what the next phase of the MCU is, which we've all known about for a while. It's been the Fantastic Four.
Yes.
Which, like I'd say probably some of you have seen if you're smart and can scour the umbral plains that are the interwebs. You can find the trailer that was released at Hall H. Was it Hall H?
Yes, it was Hall H.
In SDCC. Brett, he got to see the trailer. He showed it to me, and we have some thoughts.
Yes. So, before all the Doctor Doom stuff, we got some regular Marvel news in the sense of we got a trailer for Fantastic Four, we got a trailer for Thunderbolts, and then we got a clip from Captain America Brave New World. Now, as of the time of this recording, the Thunderbolts trailer and the Captain America clip have not yet surfaced. No one has come forward with those yet. But pretty much immediately after Comic-Con ended, that Fantastic Four trailer was slapped up pretty much in its entire glory. Pretty much, I don't even know if you could call it a leak. This shit was just released. It might as well have been officially recorded.
Shout out to the guy that done that.
Yeah.
He got that shit out fast.
Shout out to the guy that got us the Fantastic. He knew what was the most important thing to smuggle out of Hall H.
Yes, he did. It was Solid Snake was in there.
Yeah. And it looks good.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I know that we stated this before when they announced the casting, that the 60s era type vibes is a really cool aesthetic. I know that some of the casting choices are kind of ho-hum. Some people are like, it's great. Some people aren't so into it. I think Pedro Pascal is great in just about everything he's been in. So there's no doubt in my mind he'll crush it. I'm excited to see what Joseph Quinn does because he was the Riz guy on the latest season of Stranger Things, and that's basically what got him this role. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited to see where he can go with a bigger role in a bigger what's the word I'm looking for here? On a bigger stage, rather. And then the entire vibe of the trailer, it was short and didn't really give away a whole lot, but I generally had a good time with it.
Yeah, no, it definitely got me even more excited than I already was. The Fantastic Four is one of those things where I was never really super into them. I didn't dislike them, but it's just not a part of the Marvel universe that I engaged with a whole lot.
Look, let's be honest, man. Whenever we're all kids, we all know what the Fantastic Four is, and we don't care about any of them except for the Human Torch.
Yeah.
We all just want to be the Human Torch.
And that is absolutely true. I actually was always mostly a Thing fan.
But that was going to be, okay, so if you were playing the Fantastic Four with your friends, if you didn't get to be Human Torch, then you were going to the Thing. So, because he can smash things,
But like how James Gunn's...
he can clobber things.
Yes. Like how James Gunn's Superman movie has sort of single-handedly turned me into a Superman super fan. All this stuff about Marvel's Fantastic Four has definitely resurged a fire in my soul for excitement for this movie. So, wow, I was losing steam hard, and I was hoping you were gonna bail me out.
My bad.
Didn't. No, I didn't signal to you at all, but I was losing my train of thought. Before this movie, of course, we had the early 2000s Fantastic Four movies. We got 2 of those, which were just Fantastic Four and then Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer. I have never seen Rise of the Silver Surfer.
I don't think I have either, to be honest.
But I actually do really like that first one. I don't think it's terrible. I love Lone Grufford as Mr. Fantastic, and I think the effects on both his powers and Johnny's look really good in those movies, and I love the practical thing.
Yes. The practical thing in that first film, there's a scene in that movie where he's in the middle of the highway and a Mack truck like basically drives right into him.
Yeah.
He just stops it.
Yeah, just shoulder checks it,
and it looks great, man.
Yeah.
I agree about the practical thing. I hope they take that same route. I'm sure they won't, but I would love for them to. Yeah, I had no qualms with those first 2 movies. The Silver Surfer I always thought was really cool. Like you said, though, I've never seen that either. So,
and then, of course, as we all know, those were the only 2 Fantastic Four movies ever made. They didn't ever try again until the MCU one.
Yeah. Are you making a joke so I can be like, no, wait, there was Fant Four Stick?
No, I was making a joke. I was saying it's so terrible we shouldn't talk about it.
It's like Lord Voldemort. Like,
yeah, the movie that shall not be named. I will say, in very slight defense, 2 slight defenses for Fant Four Stick before we all forget about it forever. Michael B. Jordan is Johnny Blaze. Johnny Blaze. Wow, sorry, Johnny Storm. Really good casting. I really liked that decision. And also, as much as I love practical effects and as fun as the foam bodysuit was in those original movies, I will say, if they just would have put fucking pants on him, the way the thing looks in Fant Four Stick, I think is like really good. Honestly, I wouldn't mind if they just like took that, rounded it out a little bit, and put pants on him for the MCU, which kind of almost looks sort of like what they've done. But to talk about the actual trailer that we were talking about, like you said, I think it looks solid. I love the vibes. The vibes are immaculate.
I think that's the best thing it has going for it.
The neo-futuristic 60s New York vibe is fantastic. I love that it starts out in 4:3 and then switches to widescreen once the rocket launches. I think that is amazing.
I literally never even noticed that.
Yeah, no. So the opening, while he's doing his little TV show, is in 4:3. And then when they show the rocket launch, it slowly stretches out into widescreen.
That's cool.
I love that Richard... Jesus Christ, I'm having a stroke over here, man.
Reed Richards?
Yes, wow. I love that Reed Richards is like this Bill Nye-esque figure.
Yeah, that is cool.
In this universe. And I love that that's where he gets the name. Fantastic Science with Mr. Fantastic. I think that is a great choice. I would have never thought of that, but now that it's like, I think that should just be how it always, like, retcon that into the comics. I think that's great. From the silhouette we see of the Thing, I think he looks really good. I like that he's not too big. I like that he's still roughly the size of a normal person. A lot of people were scared that he was going to be like Hulk sized, which I agree. I don't think he should be, because sometimes he is, but I do think I think he looks really decent from the silhouette. I cannot wait till we see him proper though. Because I am a little nervous about the face being sort of like Uncanny Valley-ish. But from the concept art they put out, I think it looked pretty... Like, if it's just like a CG representation of that concept art they put out, I think it'll work. I do wish we would have seen a bit more powers. I wish I could have seen some stretching and a little bit of flaming on. But like I don't know if we actually mentioned it yet, but this was actually all pre-shoot. So this was all shot specifically to...
That concept blows my mind. It was just shot and filmed for a trailer.
So all the footage in this trailer was shot. I'm sure it will make its way into the movie, or at least like the final versions of these shots will be reshot during the actual shooting process. But everything, all the footage we see in this trailer is pretty much pre-production, was shot to be put together for this Comic-Con trailer, because the actual filming for this movie started today. This movie started filming today.
Right.
But I love my favorite part of the trailer, everyone's favorite part of the trailer, that Galactus tease at the end. He looks fantastic. Right off the bat, I love that he is in fact just a giant fucking dude.
Yeah, instead
That's
of a
hilarious.
cloud.
Instead of a fucking cloud. Yeah, we may not have seen that movie, but we know about its bullshit.
Yeah, hey, bad news goes quicker than good news, so we know about that shit.
But that's why we started with the Robert Downey Jr. stuff.
You're exactly right. Proven right.
But I love that Galactus is just a dude. I love the way his eyes look just from that little shot that we got. So yeah, huge excitement and hype has increased.
No pun intended. Huge. Galactus
Yes,
is huge.
yes. You know what? Fuck it. Pun intended. It wasn't. It was intentional. Thank you for catching it.
Ralph Ineson does his voice.
Yes. I watched a clip of him in The Green Knight, and people were like, if he just does this, it'll be perfect. And I agree.
I've not seen The Green Knight, but I know him from the movie The Witch. He's the father figure in that movie. And if anybody's seen that movie, they know, like, this guy just has... You want to talk about dudes with insane voices. Like...
He was in
Ready Player One, I believe.
That's funny. I didn't know that.
I think he's like his stepdad.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I was saying he was in the First Omen, I think.
Okay. I think he was. I didn't see that. But
no, I did see it. I was making sure I was getting the title right. Is that what that movie is called? The First Omen?
It's one of the bazillion, like, exorcism movies.
Yeah.
You know?
He was in that, and he had just, like, the thickest accent you've ever heard. Like, I could not understand a word he was saying half the time.
In The Witch, he is hard to understand.
Yeah, but then I saw the clip, because I was nervous when I was like, oh, that guy?
Yeah.
He's not going to, like, talk like that, is he?
He's not going to talk like he's from, like, the woods in Scotland in, like, 500 BC, is he?
But then I saw the Green Knight clip, and I was like, oh, no, we're good. He can tone it down.
Yeah, I think he'll be great.
Yeah, that whole movie, just the entire concept of that movie and everything we've seen so far has my hopes very high.
The only thing you don't like is the subtitle.
Yes. Thank you for reminding me. I almost didn't bring it up because I just, like, forgot about it. Yeah, they added a subtitle. So for the whole time, this movie was just the Fantastic Four. And we were like, yeah, that's what it should be called. And now just at the 11th hour, they've decided, actually, no, guys, it's the Fantastic Four First Steps. It's like no one's calling him that, dude. No one's fucking calling it that.
First Steps.
It's the Fantastic Four.
You know, one last positive I want to end on how I feel about this trailer is I was telling you I couldn't really hear it that well, but when me and you watched it upstairs, at the conclusion of the trailer when it shows the title card,
Fantastic Four,
it's like got a theme song.
Yeah,
it's cute. I like it.
Yeah, well, it's your boy, Michael Giacchino.
Oh, yeah, dude. He's gonna put his whole Giacchinucci into it. For those that don't know, Michael Giacchino threw his whole Giacchinucci. I'm not saying it again. Into the Batman soundtrack.
Dude, he throws his Giacchinucci into everything.
Yes, that is the word of the day.
Dude put out flames for the goddamn Incredibles. Okay, I think.
Yes, that's what I first heard him on. Like, you want to talk about the
honestly, and the Incredibles is pretty much already a Fantastic Four movie.
It literally is.
So. I think he was the perfect choice for this.
He's like the Shaq meme. Like, I'm familiar with this game. That's Michael Giacchino throwing the Fantastic Four.
People are like,
music.
what if he just uses all the same tracks and just renames them?
You need Golden Era, Golden Age comic book families of four music? I got you. Say no more.
Dude, I saw a really funny tweet. I meant to send it to you, but I don't think I ended up doing it. But it was like, Michael Giacchino is going to end up naming the track shit like "Here's the Thing," and that's a bit of a stretch because he loves doing that shit, man.
Dude, when he dropped the Batman soundtrack, they're all like puns all of a sudden, and people are like, had the picture of the Joker for like Joaquin Phoenix when he's doing the stand up and he sucks. He's like. Like waiting for everybody to laugh. It's like this is Michael Giacchino naming his soundtrack titles. Oh man, that's great.
But yeah, very excited for Fantastic Four.
Yeah, if you find that, you need to send me that.
That'll
be quality laughs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Fantastic Four. Just talking about it now got me more excited. Yes.
I'm. If this one sucks, I'm gonna be really sad.
Good job, dude. Who bootlegged that video?
A fucking hero.
Yes.
If anyone out there has the Thunderbolts trailer, please get that to us as well.
You could be the next hero.
And the Red Hulk footage from Brave New World.
Speaking of Thunderbolts, you wanted to talk about the Thunderbolt plot? briefly?
Yeah, so we got a bit more info on the Thunderbolts. The Thunderbolts is something that like I specifically, for no reason at all, am really excited about.
Yeah.
I have no reason to. I've never read a single Thunderbolts comic.
I couldn't name anybody in the group.
But with the characters we know are on the team and with the synopses we've been getting from it, I'm excited for it.
You should review the characters, please, for the good people.
Okay. So
and your co-host.
So the members of our Thunderbolts team, at least the ones we've been made privy to, is Yelena Belova, my beautiful, darling girl, Florence Pugh. The Red Guardian, my beautiful, darling boy, David Harbour. The two best parts of the Black Widow movie. So right off the bat, I was like, dunzo. Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, again, fantastic.
That's awesome. I love Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes.
And that is our three leads. So Yelena, Bucky, and Red Guardian are our three main guys. But rounding out the team, we have Ghost, who I don't give a shit about, but fun to see her back. From Ant-Man and the Wasp. Yes. Okay. And Taskmaster.
Taskmaster's in it.
Yes. Yes. So she's been released of her brainwashing, and now she's doing Black Ops stuff.
Good for her.
Yeah, good for her. And then characters that are not technically part of the team, but we know will appear, are the Sentry, which is a character I do not know much about. As far as I know about him, he's like Marvel Superman, but he has like solar powers.
One of these trivia cards earlier had a question, and the answer was the Sentry.
The Sentry is another character. We were talking off the air about Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Sentry is a character in
Ultimate Alliance.
One of the Ultimate Alliance games.
Really?
That's where I was introduced to him.
Okay, that's cool.
He's like their enchantress. For this mission, so I'm assuming he will, of course, by the end, be joining the team. And then that fucking Valentino lady is like putting and U.S. Agent is also on the team.
Oh, okay, yes. That's cool.
Yeah, I knew I was forgetting one, but I couldn't find him. U.S. Agent John Walker is also on the team, and they're all being led in quotations. We'll get to that in a second when we talk about the plot. But it's the Valentine, I don't know her name, lady from. Who was introduced to us via John Walker in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then she made way too many appearances in Black Panther 2.
I have not seen either of those.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know, that's wild.
Both fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah, Falcon and the Winter Soldier especially is really good.
Really?
Yes, I really liked it.
See, I remember watching the first episode, and I just fell off immediately. I don't know why.
I'm just a sucker for like some buddy cop dynamics, and that's like Bucky and Sam the whole show.
See, I really like Wyatt Russell, so I don't know why I didn't stick to it.
He was all right. He was a good antagonist.
Well, isn't he the bad guy?
Yeah, it's complicated.
Right. Well, that's why I think he's an interesting character, U.S. Agent.
Yes.
Because I think, doesn't he like, every good villain is the one that you can see why he does the things he does. You know?
No.
Okay, no?
Not in this case, no.
Okay.
No, okay, so just a little recap for you specifically right now.
Okay.
John Walker is the government-appointed Captain America, but he is a deeply, deeply insecure individual, and he does not like how Sam and Bucky keep stepping on his toes, so he's kind of like just a dick to them all the time. He also has a sidekick named Brightstar. Brightstar dies in a battle, and John Walker's response to this is police brutality, and he kills an innocent man who he just believes was responsible for Brightstar's death. And then, of course, he is no longer Captain America, and now he's jealous because he was like, I was just, I made the decision. It's an allegory. John Walker is an allegory, and a very well done one, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, he was a character a long time ago, right?
Yeah, so, but no, great show. You should watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And then Black Panther 2 is also great, except for the parts where it's her and Everett Ross, is that his name? Martin Short in all the Black Panther movies. Is his name Ross?
I don't know.
Well, that guy, the token white guy from all the Black Panther movies.
The token white
He
guy.
has way too many scenes with this lady, and it really breaks the pacing of that movie. But it's still a really good movie that you should watch and just skip past those scenes. But anyway, she is...
To bring it all the way back around.
To bring it all the way back home, she is orchestrating the Thunderbolts. And the Thunderbolts asterisk. I don't know why they keep doing this shit, man. Did you see that?
No, what's the asterisk for?
I don't know. We don't know yet. So the title of the movie is currently Thunderbolts with an asterisk.
Like they might change it.
Well, no, like that's just the name. Like, and they said once we watch the movie, we'll understand. It's just really weird. And a lot of people like to make fun of it, but they're like going hard in it too because they released a new poster too, and it was like a bunch of bullets in the shape of an asterisk.
Oh,
like,
really?
So they're really like pushing hard on it.
Well, at least they're owning it.
Yeah. So I mean, they apparently have a plan for it. But so when it was announced, I was already excited because it was when I looked into the Thunderbolts, they are basically Marvel's Suicide Squad, and I really like the Suicide Squad.
Right.
So I was like, okay, well, it's a bunch of characters I really enjoy with a concept I really enjoy. I'm excited for it. I don't need to know anything else about the Thunderbolts. I'm excited for it. Well, at Hall H, we got that trailer that has not yet surfaced, and when it does, of course, I will make sure that we watch it and talk about it at a later time. But we also got a plot synopsis as to what's really kicking off this whole adventure, and it sounds really interesting, right? So we were all under the impression that the Thunderbolts was going to be a team that was assembled and then sent off on a mission. That is not what is happening. So the Thunderbolts...
It's literally on the IMDb page with the asterisk.
Yes, I know. I'm telling you, it's part of the name.
That's so funny.
And they won't explain it. But so each of these individual members of this team are sent on the exact same mission, unbeknownst to everyone else. Mm-hmm. Right? So they all think that they're going on a solo mission. Then they get there. All these people are here. Turns out it's a death mission. They were all sent here on this mission to die, and now they have to band together to form this reluctant team. Maybe that's what the asterisk is for. Maybe it's a joke where it's like they're like, oh, we should call ourselves something like the Thunderbolts, and they're like, we're not a team, and so it's Thunderbolts with an asterisk.
Yeah, that would be great. Actually,
yeah, that would be fun. Maybe guys, Lisa and Al Gaib, when the movie comes out, if I was completely spot on with that shit, let me know in the comments.
Okay, so I'm looking at the cast right now, and Louis Pullman is playing a sentry.
Yes. It was originally going to be Stephen Yeun, but he had to drop out,
really?
I believe, due to, I don't know if it was scheduling or creative differences, but that's a huge loss.
I know Louis Pullman from the TV show Outer Range
on
Amazon. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got Josh Brolin in it. So
okay.
He plays Josh Brolin's son, and the actor Louis Pullman is actually the actor Bill Pullman's son.
I don't know who that is.
Okay. He's like more of like a 90s actor kind of guy. But yeah, that's it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, but yeah, so Thunderbolts is one of those like I'm just like unnecessarily excited for it. And I have been since its announcement. I can't tell you why, but I'm hoping it turns out good. I'm excited. Oh, and also another big portion of the marketing that they're going in with, and I guess this like adds to the asterisks, but like one of the like official synopsises that was revealed was like, I don't know it word for word, but it was like, come and see this movie no one asked for with characters you've never heard of.
That's what they say.
Yeah, it's like one of the write-ups for the movie sounds like it was like written by like Deadpool or something.
I like when they embrace stuff like that.
Yeah. So the what we've gotten from this so far is also definitely like feeding into that excitement. This
guy directing it, Jake Schreier. He hasn't really directed anything that I know of other than this like cute made for girls movie called Paper Towns that came out in 2015. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, dude. So I never saw that movie, but when that movie came out, I asked Alyssa if I could read the book.
Alyssa loved that movie.
And I still have the book, and I never read it.
Yeah, it's not for me. He directed a couple Kanye West music videos.
Okay.
And then...
I'm sure he didn't know.
This was in 2018, so... and he directed a couple episodes of a really fucking weird TV show that I watched on Netflix that I actually really dug called Brand New Cherry Flavor.
Dude.
Super weird show.
Yeah, I never watched that, but I remember when the trailers were coming out, I thought it looked pretty solid.
So, like, the reason why I thought it was so cool is because you could tell that this dude just wanted to make a David Fincher or a David Lynch movie, basically. Just some really provocative stuff that's supposed to be like have some deeper meaning, but makes zero sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's just like it's only got like 6 or 8 episodes too. It's not hard to get through. I would suggest it if you.
Yeah, I remember seeing that when it was coming out.
It has Rosa. Man, what is her last name?
Parks.
No, not that one. It's got Rosa Salazar in it. She was Alita from Alita Battle Angel. So, have you never seen that?
No.
Okay, I really dig.
But again, that was when I saw when it was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
My brain put together some dots that no normal person would have put together, but it brought me around. So you're talking about Brand New Cherry Flavor. I was thinking about a Netflix show I really like that's kind of weird called Russian Doll, which made me think about how much I love Natasha Lyonne, who is playing the Silver Surfer in Fantastic Four.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yes.
Cool.
I had to articulate it because it had the thought had pinballed back to something we already talked about. I was like, oh, I should talk about Natasha Lyonne.
Okay, so on to our next thing to talk about.
This is an unhinged ass episode. I don't know why
we did not do drugs prior to recording.
I don't know why I'm so strange today.
You're just being silly.
I'm in a silly mood, guys. I'm a little bit of a silly goose today.
We just have a couple things real quick to wrap up with. Not MCU related.
No, we're done.
So we had one other trailer that came out about, I don't know, a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks, something like that. The Beetlejuice second trailer.
Yes.
This one gives away more of the plot. I like this trailer better. It wasn't a teaser that just said, these names, showed Jenna Ortega riding a bike, and then announced the release date. This trailer has a lot of like ode to the original as far as it looks like it's trying very hard to lean into practical effects.
Yes, which is very appreciated.
It is trying to capture that Tim Burton late 80s, early 90s gothic magic that all of those movies of that time period had. Beetlejuice, Batman Returns, Edward Scissorhands. At least those were the vibes I was getting from the trailer. I'm still not completely committed to Michael Keaton.
No, I was going to say he's so far been like the most promising aspect of these trailers. I just think it's insane to me how easily he can slip back into these roles despite how old he is now.
Well, what I'm really looking forward to, and the jokes that he said in the trailers were great, and it was awesome. It's just he didn't... Okay, they really weren't that great. Like, the couple funny things that they gave to us in the trailer really weren't that... It wasn't that used car salesman sense of humor that he has in the original.
I will say, as a certifiable original Beetlejuice hater, Michael Keaton is the best part of that movie. So with this upcoming sequel, if he's not working for me, I probably won't like it again.
Yeah, it won't be good. It'll be shitty.
But it does look like, because Beetlejuice is only in the first movie for like 5 minutes.
He's in a little longer.
Well, not like 5 minutes like 5 minutes total. I mean, not like subsequently.
I'm gonna throw this at your head. Don't start your shit.
Hunter doesn't like my Beetlejuice opinions. My affinity for Beetlejuice comes from, I don't know if we've ever talked about it on the show. My affinity for Beetlejuice comes from the fantastic Broadway show, which, by the way, I have said this on the show, I'm pretty sure, when we talked about the first trailer. My only stipulation for this movie is that if Alex Brightman doesn't get at least a single cameo, voice or otherwise, I will be... That's just not fair. He's done so much for this fucking character.
Yeah.
So if he does not get to show up at least one time, I just genuinely think that's a huge missed opportunity. But I think Michael Keaton looks great. I think everything else looks like it'll be fine. And just like around him.
I think that the one thing that is most important about this movie is the fact that Michael Keaton has always said that his favorite role it wasn't Batman. Mm-hmm. You know, it was Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
So,
and you can tell he has so much fun with that shit in that first movie.
Right. So hopefully we get to see that come to fruition in this one. So I'm mildly excited for this movie.
Yeah. So that's September 23rd, correct?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Actually, I should have looked that up. And one last thing that I want to throw out there real quick. You guys know me. I love a good horror movie, and everybody knows I have a super affinity for the Alien franchise. Romulus comes out August 16th. I can't wait to watch that. We had some new posters released for Alien Romulus. There was like an IMAX poster, a Dolby Digital poster.
When we were at the movies the other day, they had a huge. We were at a Regal. They had a huge Romulus poster, and this motherfucker asked the drink attendant if he could buy it. Like that would be their call.
That guy said it said like shift supervisor or something on his shirt.
Okay. Didn't he tell you to call corporate?
No. He said, I asked him, I said, what do you do with a giant poster after you're done with...
they send them back to the studio,
That's what he said.
Sure.
He said, I have to give it back to Disney. And I was like, oh, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, they have to ship it back to the studio.
I was like, you wouldn't sell it for $1 million? And he was like, well, Disney probably would. I was like, okay, I'm going to go watch my movie, man. Sorry. But, so yeah, anyways, not Romulus related. We actually have other Alien news. The Alien TV series that will be coming out on Hulu, it wrapped filming. So I don't know exactly when that's coming out, but it's produced and directed and created by Noah Hawley, which he did the 2019 Legion series. It was on FX, which you didn't watch,
I did not watch Legion, no.
Yeah, I did not see it either. We both heard good things about it, but neither of us got into that shit.
Yeah,
but,
and this Alien show is something I had not heard about until just today when you brought it up to do it on the show.
Well, it had been brought up like 3 years ago, and then it was like dropped off for a while, and then out of nowhere it got picked back up like 6 months ago, and I guess they wrapped filming. So I'm pretty excited about it. So other than that, I think that's pretty much it for the Rendez news.
I think we've covered everything that needed covered. August coming up is seeming to be a rough month for cinema.
It's going to be a great month for cinema only because Romulus comes out.
Oh, that's next month?
Yeah, the 16th.
Oh,
I literally just said that 5 minutes ago.
I'm so sorry. I thought Romulus was September as well.
That would be maybe cooler because it'd be closer to Halloween. Maybe that's why they pushed it to August, though, so they can get it like video
maybe
for October.
I was just saying, because not only do we have Borderlands coming out in like a week, which is supposedly unwatchable.
Remember a long time ago when we were both like, hey, that's interesting?
Hey, man, I'm still going to go see it. I'm hoping at minimum it's like so bad it's good.
Hey, I mean, it could be. Dude, here's the thing. It's directed by Eli Roth, and sometimes the guy knows how to like have a good time with a movie. Mm-hmm. Does he make good movies? No, not really. But he knows how to entertain you. So.
I'm still going to go give it a fair shake. But not only next month do we have Borderlands, but we also have The Crow.
Ooh, that does come out next month.
Yes, we have The Crow.
What an exciting month for movies.
Yeah.
Everybody go ahead. We'll just deem August the best month for movies of 2024.
Yeah, I mean, it might as well be. I'm thinking 10s across the board.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Except Romulus. That's probably going to sit around a 3
That'll be
for
the
me.
worst one of the 3.
Could you imagine? What a turn of events that would be.
Yeah, that would be a plot twist nobody saw coming.
M. Night Shyamalan would write a movie about it.
Yes, he would. I wonder when Trap comes out.
Yeah, dude, holy shit, I think Trap is August too.
No way.
I think it might be. Look it up right now.
Yeah, I'm getting it pulled up. Just palaver for one moment while I try and get that pulled up.
Romulus might be August's only hope. I don't know. Trap seems interesting. Well, I have already said on multiple occasions that I think the twist of Trap is that it's the little girl.
It comes out on Friday, so yes, it comes out the first week of August.
Let's go! Dude, the generational 4-movie run that is Trap, Borderlands, The Crow, and Alien Romulus.
Wow, dude. People ain't ready for it.
They aren't. This is going to change the world.
All right, well, I think that pretty much wraps our rambling.
Yes, we're done. We did it.
That concludes another episode of Rendez News. We had a lot to talk about. Sorry if we rambled too much, guys.
These might be some of our biggest ticket headlines we've done on the show so far in its current state.
Yeah, this was some big drops. So.
I mean, this is our first Comic-Con.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. I mean, I'm sure we talked about a thing or two in the past years, but not really.
Well, Marvel wasn't really at Comic-Con last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, anyways.
Well, there you go.
Thanks for tuning in. We will have
Unless I'm just lying.
You're not. You're never lying. You're a truther.
I'm making educated wishes.
Yes. So tune into our next movie review for that to get that inside joke. Everybody have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye. Love you guys. Thanks for listening.